The assistant fire chief in Hartford stepping down from his position in the fire department.
And questions are swirling tonight about why that assistant chief would remove himself from that high-ranking job. Did it have anything to do with the recent death of firefighter Kevin Bell? News 8's Bob Wilson spoke exclusively tonight with that former assistant chief to get those answers. He joins us live tonight from Hartford. Bob?
Yeah, there are a lot of rumors out there. And former assistant chief, now deputy chief, Terry Waller is saying tonight that it was his choice. He just wanted to go back to the streets, be back with the guys where he's on the front lines. And he says it's frustrating because there are a lot of rumors out there, many of them untrue, and he wants to set the record straight. Tonight, there's been a changing of the guard of sorts at the top of the command staff at the Hartford Fire Department. Acting Assistant Fire Chief Terry Waller has asked to be returned to his regular duties as deputy chief. In an interview over the phone, he told me, quote, "I want to be on the front lines and back on the streets with the guys as a team," closed quote. Waller requested to be removed from the second highest ranking position in the fire department. In a news release put out by Chief Carlos Huertas, quote, "Terry Waller has served the Hartford Fire Department for many years. He's entitled to make decisions regarding his own career. I respect his decision to resume his duties and thank him for his service as interim assistant chief." Now, it's important to point out that Assistant Chief Waller was only acting assistant chief at this point, and he can ask to go back down to the rank of deputy chief if he wants. As to why he requested this, we did ask the fire department about it, and they said that's a privileged conversation. They weren't going to discuss it. However, sources close to the investigation say there was a dispute between Waller and the chief about his overtime. Chief Waller says, not true. Quote, "There was no argument over overtime. All of my overtime was above board and in accordance with my duties," closed quote. Recently, Mayor Pedro Segarra has formed a task force of former fire chiefs and command staff to review the Hartford Fire Department from top to bottom, looking at everything from disciplinary problems with suspended firefighters to the death of firefighter Kevin Bell. He died in the line of duty during a blaze in October on Blue Hills Avenue. Firefighters tell us that during the fire, Acting Assistant Chief Waller was on scene for 2 hours but never took command. He tells us, quote, "I couldn't take command because it was a union violation for a chief or assistant chief to assume command of fire operations. It would violate the union contract and I would be grieved." He said there's so many rumors out there, he just wanted to clear it up. He's very happy being deputy chief. As a matter of fact, he has the highest regards and respect for Chief Huertas. He says he's been on the force 27 years, Waller has, and he just likes being deputy chief. I'm Bob Wilson, reporting live in Hartford, News 8.